You leave the house and hear your dogs crying. You return from work and find the house destroyed. These are two typical situations of dogs with separation anxiety, a problem that must be addressed to avoid the animal's suffering. Do not expect the problem to resolve on its own. Think about why this is happening and find the best solution for your dogs. In this video, you will find all the information to find the answer and resolve the anxiety your pets are suffering from. Reactions of dogs with separation anxiety. When dogs suffer from separation anxiety, they can exhibit various behaviors. They may show any of the following symptoms: vocalization, such as crying, barking, or howling; environmental destruction like chewing furniture, scratching doors, etc., and inappropriate needs such as urinating or defecating. Dogs that do not cope well with solitude will suffer greatly when you leave. But if you are aware of the problem and work to resolve it, you can eliminate this anxiety that affects both you and the animals. In some cases, dogs with separation anxiety may also show signs of depression, such as loss of appetite, lethargy, and even self-harm through excessive licking or chewing of their own body parts. This behavior indicates a high level of stress that can be detrimental to their overall health and well-being if not properly addressed. Possible causes. Understanding the cause of the problem will help you find the best solution. Dogs that cry, bark, and destroy the house when you leave might be facing some of the following issues. Early separation from their mother. Dogs need to spend at least the first 8 weeks of life with their mother. If separated before this period, they may develop this type of behavior. Over-attachment. Dogs overprotected by their owners are prone to this type of behavior and can become very needy. Traumas. A bad experience when they are puppies or during the owner's absence can trigger trauma. If this is the case, the animals will suffer when completely alone. Life changes. Moving house, changes in routine, or alterations in family structure can create instability in their lives. For instance, a study published in the Journal of Applied Animal Welfare Science highlighted that major life changes can significantly impact a dog's behavior, leading to increased anxiety. Additionally, the loss of a close companion, either another pet or a family member, can trigger separation anxiety. Dogs are social animals, and losing a member of their social group can be extremely distressing for them. Think if any of these situations occurred in your case. If the dogs went through a routine change or a house move, try to provide stability to your furry friends. If you think the problem is something else like early separation or trauma, follow the recommendations in our next point. But before we continue, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. Give a thumbs up to the video if you are enjoying it and comment about you and your dogs. I am curious to know. Solutions. To reverse these problems, there are procedures that will help your dogs to stay calm when you leave the house. Teach them to be alone. For them to stay alone in an empty house for several hours, you will need to do this gradually. I recommend dividing the process into 2 parts. First, get your dogs used to being alone in some area of the house. It will be an intermediate step that will help them adapt. Try this while doing household chores or during an activity where they can hear you. Leave the dogs in an area of the house with toys and their beds. This will prevent them from always being in your company, as excessive attachment can cause this disorder. Dedicate some time every day for them to stay alone and calm, which will help them get used to being without you. Then, leave the house empty, progressively increasing the time you stay out, occasionally alternating with shorter outings. Here is an example. On the first day, leave the house for 2 or 3 minutes. The next day, do it for 5 minutes. Then, for 7. Go back to doing it for 5 minutes, and then you can increase the time to 9 minutes. Then decrease it again to 6 or 7 minutes. The times I give here are just guidelines, but the idea is to progressively increase the time so that they do not realize you take longer to return than the previous day. The idea is that they always see that you will come back and that little by little, they will calm down every time they are alone in the house. This method is supported by canine behavioral studies, which show that gradual desensitization is effective in reducing separation anxiety. Exercises. Dogs need physical exercise. Some breeds have more energy than others, but all need to go out to move and walk. If your dogs have separation anxiety, it is better to take the longest walk of the day just before leaving them alone. This way, it will be easier for them to relax and sleep when you leave. Do not neglect mental exercise. Teaching new tricks, strengthening the sense of smell, or finding a toy to stimulate the brain can help. It may seem silly, but dogs also relax after a session of mental exercise. Research published in the journal Frontiers in Veterinary Science supports that regular physical and mental stimulation can significantly reduce anxiety in dogs. Moreover, mental stimulation can include puzzle toys, training sessions, and interactive games that challenge their cognitive skills. Entertainment. Entertained dogs will suffer less from your absence. Make sure they have enough toys of different types. There are some where you can hide food, and the dogs will have to work to get it out. One of the most popular is the one that, with its shape, makes the animals use their tongue and paws to get the food. By striving to get the food inside, they will feel a great sense of satisfaction. After finishing, they will rest, providing good entertainment time. Do not say goodbye excessively. An excessively affectionate and prolonged farewell is not good if your dogs suffer in your absence. Dogs will understand this as an important event, which will increase their anxiety. It is not necessary to completely eliminate the farewell, but normalize the situation and make it brief. If you are going to give affection to your dogs every time you leave, try to do so a little before going and not exactly when leaving. This way, when you leave, they will already be more relaxed. Know your dogs. Each dog has a different personality, and you should strive to know what they like. Test to find a situation in which they feel comfortable when alone. Here are some examples. Leave the radio or TV on. The sound of a movie or music can comfort them. This works because the noise can mask external sounds that might startle them and provide a sense of normalcy and company. Leave a light on. If you leave or arrive at night, try leaving a lamp on to prevent them from being completely in the dark. Some dogs find comfort in having a light source. Ensure they have a pleasant environment. Make sure the beds are in a place without noise or drafts, and it should not be too hot or cold. A comfortable sleeping area can make a significant difference in reducing anxiety. Place a dog house for them inside your home. A shelter, such as a dog house or a crate, can be useful if they are afraid. Many dogs see these spaces as safe havens where they can retreat and feel secure. Consider adopting another dog or cat. Be careful, as this involves taking care of another living being, but the company of another dog can help a lot. Even a cat, if you make an effort to ensure good coexistence between them, can be beneficial if they have separation anxiety. Studies have shown that having a companion animal can reduce stress and loneliness in dogs. Calming pheromones. For extreme cases, there are pheromones that calm dogs in stressful situations. However, if you need to go this far, I recommend consulting your veterinarian or seeking the guidance of a trainer. A 2018 study in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior found that pheromone therapy can be effective in reducing signs of anxiety in dogs. Pheromones mimic the calming scent that mother dogs release to comfort their puppies, helping to alleviate stress and anxiety. Remember, you must find a solution to this problem without punishing your dogs. Think that they act due to their nature, and punishing them for urinating, barking, or chewing on furniture will only worsen the situation. Look for the problem and apply these tips gradually. Have you ever had a similar experience? What was the solution in your case? Share your experience in the comments so that we can all learn from it. And before I go, I have a question. Have you ever wondered why dogs smell each other's butts? If you think they are greeting each other, you are wrong. In this video on the screen, I explain the true and strange reason behind dogs sniffing butts. Click on the screen and continue with me in the incredible world of dogs.